Good morning. I better get that off because it'll get me copyrighted. That was Who. What great times they were, the 60s, eh? What great times. Right, today we're doing a Chunel update. I'm fully dressed. I've got my hat on. Right. So this is a demonstration how to get the fire going in the morning. This is what this is, right? This is what the demonstration is all about. This is a fire starter. Fire starting demonstration. Oh. Stress. Ah. Right. Open it. Carefully. Oh yes, look at that. Look at that. That's the sawdust we last night. God, this bloody thing's too. Watch this. Now we've already got the big log in there, so already got it in there. So open up the damper. They don't like our log burners, the government doesn't like it. It's because it makes you self-sufficient. They don't like anything that's self-sufficient. Anything that they can't manipulate and control, they do not like it. They do not like it at all. Right, I'm just gonna let it do its own thing. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Right, so what's going on today? Well, so that should burst into flames any minute now. Right, so channel update today is could light it. I could light it, yeah. Yeah, so the channel update, it's probably not happening. There's probably not much happened actually. I'm not expecting a lot of messages. I haven't really done anything all that interesting video wise. It's difficult keeping the whole thing going really, I suppose. You have to be totally committed. Generally, as anybody that watches my channel knows, all you're really doing is just hanging around with me. So, you know, where I go somewhere, you come with me as well. So, today, I've got to try and... Well, I've got to go into Glasgow tomorrow. So today I've got to sort out some of the stuff, recycling stuff. Try and get on with that. Get outside. Sort of like I always land up thinking, right, I'm going to do this first. This is the most expedient, and I've been doing that for the last 2 or 3 years. Just try to do things that bring in the, you know, and then. But the overall tidiness of the whole place sort of falls behind all the time. Is that not fucking going? Well, let's go and have a look at the channel update then. Let's have a quick look. Let's go and see what's going on. It won't take long. Let's see. I hope it won't take long. Right. 4, 5, 3, 4. Well, I've only gained 1 last night. I told you it wouldn't be all that much happening. We're all rich beyond our wildest dreams. What happens when you get rich is you have other problems. Like trying to have it that everybody shares it. And that means that by putting effort into creating wealth, and a lot of them don't do it, they just sit around doing fuck all, so it's a bit of a problem, you know. That one rune. That yeah, I agree with that. That one rune boots a nightmare, he says. He or she says. It looks like a he. Right, so it's when you're coming around the other side, it always seems to, it's not very intuitive. That roundabout, I always get roundabout. This video here, it's one of the weird videos that is the amount of fucking, I mean, I've deleted most of them, but the amount of negative comments about this video is unbelievable. And I actually myself do not understand why it's at 61. Well, we'll have a look. Right, it's got different components. So first off, the author says we'll go for a bar supper, then pulls back in to the, well, pulls in, no, it doesn't pull back in, it's in the inside lane, the driver's in the inside lane, then there's slow moving vehicles pull out from there, so the author overtakes, well, the driver overtakes the 2 slow moving vehicles. In the background there is a classical music playing. So then what we've got is analytics. 62,361, and it's went somewhat like that, and then it got to that stage, 37,000, and then it shot up. So 116 days to get to there, and about 15 days it's doubled the views. And the last 60 minutes, 46, last 48 hours, 3596. Your guess is as good as mine. Right, so that guy's right, it is. So let's have a look. Oh, there's nothing. Oh my god, there's loads. Right. How many pints have you had? Sounds like a Rangers game. Wife will be getting her ass kicked to us since he parks his BMW. So, yeah. BMWs and I don't think people do that so much now. The traditional husband and wife thing is not really on the go so much, is it? I mean, so I was just checking on the fire. You don't really get that so much, do you? You know, because women can just get rid of men. You know, like travel and is this a gnat? Enjoying your lack of independence. Nobody's independent in Brexit Scotland. Idiots indeed. Well, obviously. I mean, what are you talking about? But like, travel adventures unbound. Informative travel channel featuring the best locations from each country around the world.
Have you ever wondered about the top places to visit in Japan? Let's take a moment to ponder on the land of the rising sun, a place where tradition intertwines with...
Why would you have such a narrow mind if you're... So, enjoying your lack of independence, right, and Brexit Scotland. What the hell's he on about? So, the EU is a tyrannical organisation, and so getting away from the EU would only be a good thing. However, we are also run by a tyrannical government, the British government, who are also in hock with the EU. So, I don't really buy all this kind of nonsense about independence and all that. It's just you're really talking about political machinations and who has the power. At the end of the day, I mean, all you really need to do is look at Ireland. So really, what I believe in and what most people believe in should be the equality of your everyday average person. They should have a good life and they shouldn't have potholes on the roads. So regardless of whether you are driving a tiny car or a huge car or a push bike, or you should be able to travel around when you feel like it. And that's not happening. And you should be able to have cheap or free heat and electricity. Now, I'm maintaining that because I've got my log burner. But that's been taken away from the people as well. So, going on about Brexit and independence, all that shit, I don't see really how that is going to provide any equality for people. All it is doing is providing equality for the politicians, and I don't exactly know what this comment really means. Normally I block Scottish nationalists. I don't really want them on my channel, but we'll just approve this one. That's really irritating. That's low resolution. You could try formulating an intelligent question. There's no point in me writing, try formulating intelligent question, because they will reject that probably, because that's the best they can come up with. It could be a gamer, Stephen Gray. I don't know. Well, just delete that. What's this? You are the reason why gaming is shite. Now hope you get fired. So this guy's just proved. Says Paul May's one. It's just concurred with myself. I am a self-employed. So what I'm saying is, I seem to get a lot of abuse from young men, and I look at their pages and I find that they're gamers, right? And their videos will be gaming videos. So like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or maybe 15, 20 gaming videos, and that's about it. And it's all the same. It's them doing games, right? Which for me, I'm not really interested. So there's nothing from their channel that I could look at and be interested in. And you don't get a sense of them as men. You know, they're just gamers. You know, and it's almost like it's like showing somebody a video of you masturbating. It's like, who really, well, no, actually there would be people who watch that. That's maybe not a good analogy. It's like showing a video of your own, it's like your own very self, I mean, you could use analogies with me doing art and stuff, that it's me, all about me. I don't know if I'm really, probably disproving my own theory here. But personally, I don't find it interesting watching somebody playing video games. If they were enlightened and it was interesting and they could share it with other people and stuff, or maybe it would work. But to me, all I see is somebody getting the piss ripped out of them by an American corporation. That's all I see. And it's an ordinary person from central Scotland living in his mum's house, and they're angry, rude, stupid, horrible, and that's what the messages that I get, quite a lot of them. And I don't know how they're going to get on in life. You know, I don't think they're going to land up being completely enslaved to the tyrannical forces that are out there. When we're talking about techno-feudalism is what I'm getting at, but where the people are owned by these rich trillionaire power mad dictators. You know, so the government, Scottish government or the British government or the EU, they're just sort of there to enslave you. That's all they're going to do. So Paul May says, I'm a self-employed software engineer. I make games, and I can say for a fact that the worst part about the job is dealing with people who play my games. I would not be surprised if someone came out there was a correlation between playing video games, yet it probably already has, over X hours every day, and some kind of mental issue which causes them to be the most rude and arrogant people I come across. So I don't know whether I approve this comment. I don't know if Paul Mace can handle this guy himself, or if I should delete it because he's been mean to one of my subscribers. I don't think it's going to be very positive, is it, really? My CumDump. I think I'll just block him because he's a moron. This one, right? So I wouldn't want to inflict him on my subscriber. I don't think there's anything going to come out of that. You know? Right. I overtake at least 5 cars per journey these days too fast. So, how ironic, wasting your life or someone else's is what it might come down to. I'm going to... No, there's another one. I'm going to block that moron. It's one of these virtue signals. Oh, that's that guy. He's not listening. Right, so this Terry, if you need a chill pill, it'll be useful to high blood pressure and not the guy observing the speed limit. Don't matter, it's 20 or 30, it's not a tap till you reach the driver, could be driving that slow because they may be looking for an address. There's count to 10 or 10 safe. Do so. No, what's actually happening is they're being bullied by the government to drive slowly because they actually think they have to, is what's actually happening. Right, so this idiot here, he's not listening. I should really block this guy. He is ignoring what I'm saying, in that the 20 miles per hour zones are not lawful, they're not legal. So the implications for that are that if you allow them to do that, then what else are you going to allow them to change? You know, if you allow them to mess around with laws whenever they feel like it, without getting the proper planning or due, court, without doing it properly, then you're actually asking for it, and you are a fool, an absolute fool. So, now that's actually racism as well, law breaking jocks. Right, okay. I'm going to have to try and either block this moron or. So what I need to formulate and explain, it's not so much because obviously this idiot. Well, what about don't cast pearl over swine? And this one's not very good. It's hard to say, you think, well, I'm not sure exactly what to do with them. I'm not sure what to block them or answer them. I'm going to answer them. It's for the benefit of other people. If I could find out a thing by Iain Livingstone, that'd be good. I don't know what's going on with this moron. This is a moron. GB. Fucking clown. Right, so I'll prove them, but I'm going to have a look at them and I might maybe deal them. So, unemployed but slightly should pay road tax they want to use the road. Mate, if the average is £25 road tax, there's 23 million cars road in the EU, that means there's over £1 billion every month on motorists, but that's just cars alone. I don't see your point. He's saying, he's saying they should tax push bikes, cyclists. And I think he's got a good point. I don't want to tax cyclists. I don't actually agree with that. But some of them, the way they go on, some of them are so irresponsible. You really would want to hit them with tax and have some kind of, to shut them up, because they really are these bike lanes. But the cyclists don't even want these bike lanes. That's the worst of it, Right. Right, so I'm going to answer that other, the wood burner group. So we're talking about the hate crime bill. So I'm saying that, this STV put a thing out about wood burners, and basically it's one of these scaremongering articles, and you read it, and actually what they're saying is they're trying to prevent you from putting them in new builds, a new house that's getting built. But they haven't. I don't even know if they're actually achieving that. But they want to get rid of wood burners and gas boilers. They really are morons. The government. So I says we need to be able to reach a zero Scottish government situation by 2030. Start by composting Patrick Harvey. Certainly if we get rid of the Scottish government, things would be better and the pollution would decrease. So this guy says, would this fall under your new hate crime bill? And the fact of the matter is, yes. Right. Yes, it would. Absolutely fall under it. Yeah. Well, look.
Do you think that there need to be serious questions asked in many cases of these activist organisations that have heaped pressure on parents, on the NHS, and indeed on children? And if so, what can be done about it?
Look at that.
I think this is a really important report, the CAS report. I really welcome it, and Labour accepts all of the recommendations.
It's nearly going.
As rapidly as possible. Children, young people have been badly let down. That is what the report finds, because the support for young people.
I need to answer the guy from. He's totally ignorant in that he doesn't understand the implications of the government bringing in measures that are flouting the law, and that's really what that's about. So I know that you shouldn't cast pearl over swine, so he's not listening to me and hasn't done right from the start. So the reason why I'm not blocking him or deleting his comment, well, I'm still considering it, is because so other people can be informed. Because he doesn't want to know. You know, it's not for him, it's for others, you know. So I get accused of writing essays, you know, and really it would be better if some of them lot tried writing stuff, you know. It would probably help their intelligence levels. You know, you just write an essay, try and write stuff down. At the end of the day, they try to get you to do it at school and that, don't they? But at the end of the day, if you don't want to do it, they're not going to bother that much, are they? They're just going to let you get on with it. But everybody should be able to write essays, you know, write stuff. Get your thoughts down, write it. Make it look good. Spend a bit of time. It's practice. So I've been accused on, well, that's back to people just being thick. They don't like, you know, they'd rather just be dummies watching video games. So it's good for you to try and formulate your thoughts and write an essay. And they're not really essays, they're just like, there's like 2 or 3 paragraphs, but to them, if they're only used to sending 3 syllables and two words to somebody, like with question marks, it's low resolution thinking. What's going to happen to low resolution thinkers? Well, mind you, we did send intelligent people to the gulags in Russia, the ones that were running the farms and stuff, the competent people. That was that's communism. You're heading to them. We're going towards communism. Yeah, do you want that? No, I don't think anybody wants that. So fire's going. That timed it really well. So, I think I might just delete these idiots. You know, the ones that are refusing to pay attention with the 20 miles per hour limits. I'm just sitting there thinking about it now. I mean, they're so dumb, they deserve what's coming to them. I mean, you've got the cost to the economy. There's been reports, plenty of reports out there about 20 miles per hour limits that they do not increase, they actually increase pollution. You know, there's plenty of reasons not to have 20 miles per hour limits. You know, the evidence is clear. They are a waste of time. You know, at the end of the day, why don't you just stop? You know, why don't you stop driving cars altogether? You know, because like, why aren't they 5 miles per hour limits? I mean, you can be killed at 15 miles per hour. you know, if you get hit by a car. So why don't we just a zero limit? Do they want that? Is that what they want? Why should it be 20? Well, it's the reason is that the reason it was 30 was for everybody's benefit. It's the ideal compromise between safety and you getting where you want to go.
Or do you think Ukraine needs to give up on this aid package? And what does that mean for Ukraine?
Right, so I think we're going to end now.